Alright, I think I got this all set up the way I need. I think. Turn that down just a touch. It's a little bit quieter than I want. Okay. I did a lot of stuff related to my audio last night and today. So let me know if audio stuff is not great. Let's see. I'm still working today. Mostly. Ooh, I shouldn't have done that. I think that's okay. Still getting hit up a little bit at work, but I get to spend a little bit of time working on some code for things I want to do. So let's open our minimum viable product page. Also, I'm doing this at 1440p downscaled to 720. I don't know if it's going to be better looking or not, or hard to see. So let me know if it's too hard to see. It's just text, so I can always either not downscale it. I could even go source, but just let me know. Okay, so I have. Anytime a tweet for LFG comes through, I'm already retweeting that. I just need to also retweet anytime Valorant LFM gets used, because currently I'm not. If we go back to our source, I can see here that we're only searching the one hashtag. I think I can pretty easily introduce the next hashtag, the LFM. But I want to spend a little bit of time refactoring this a little bit to be able to properly do that. I don't think I care enough to refactor all the things, but I want to do just a touch. I'm debating on if I want to. I don't like all this existing in it anyway, so we're going to start this over. We'll call it Valorant LFM. That's the bot's actual name. LFG is the hashtag that I started with, and it's the name I wanted to have first. But we'll call it LFM. I need to either break the habit or just deal with it. And we want to do. I don't want to do this. I could still call a knit, and then just have a knit reach out to Valorant LFM with hitting run over a set of, I think I'll start with that. I can always change it. So I'll make my init how I want to use it. And we'll say from Valorant LFM import, and we'll call it retweet tags. Retweet. Yeah, we'll just call it retweet tags. So if we're calling this file directly, we want to call retweet tags. And I'm not sure if I should provide a list of tags. No buckfutter. And do Valorant LFG, Valorant LFM. I don't know if I want to do that or if I want to do for tag in was weird how that music just did that. Retweet, tag, and I keep it singular tag. I don't know which way I want yet. This, okay, we'll leave this for the way it is for now because I'm not calling it specifically. And we will start a new function. So we'll give these some underscores to say that this is not expected to be used outside of this function or outside of this file. It's private. And everywhere we use those, we have to refactor. I bet VS Code could have done that for me, but you know what, that's okay. Retweet is top level, should be the only place I would have called that. So now we want a public function called retweet tags. I'm gonna plan for a list. So by including the star, we can say, hey, if you give me a list, I'm gonna unpack this. That's not right. If I do this, then I won't want to put my inputs in a list. I'll just want to provide them as separate items. And that's okay. That's better. So effectively, that'd be me saying, do this instead. Okay, so for tag in tags, we want to search we'll take our actual function to retweet things without keeping the history. We want to tie the history in a more intelligent way. So I don't want to keep this yet. So this search since, that's going to be the hard part. How do I want to do that? So I can find last, find since ID, tag. So we can say tag, and we'll just leave that as tag, and because our last tweet file will still be labeled as a global, but we're going to have to track more than one ID or more than one hashtag in this file now. That's going to be the interesting part. So I need to format how I expect this to be. Let's see, how do I want to do that? I think I'm going to make it ugly first. I think I would prefer to do classes and have some sort of brain class as a singleton. I think I'm just going to stay functional for now. Let's just make it support what I want it to ugly, and then I can improve it. Okay. Which means this function, to make myself have a more supportable future, this function should have no references to the last tweet file or that JSON at all. Function should return to this, so I can easily just refactor that. If I tie that all into this for loop, then I'm going to have to worry about this for loop breaking every single time. Even if I call out to functions, I have to worry about it breaking, but I don't want to have to keep coming back to this function to figure out why it broke. I should go out to the functions that it's calling, or the methods, the class methods. Okay, so you know what? I've already realized This might be a pain in the ass. So maybe I can create a new folder. We'll just call it brain. New file, give it an init so we can instantiate it. I'm even cool with putting this in here. Earlier I said I wasn't going to do classes, and here I am doing classes. So we're going to import JSON def init self class brain file. And then we want to, as soon as we load this, ooh, I have a code project I can rely on this for. Did I keep that in open source? Because I created a Slack bot that does something similar to this, and I specifically wrote it in a way where if the application crashes, it does an atomic write to disk. And I say atomic in quotes because I know there's some compliance things that you have to ensure. It does in a very loose terms, in my brain, atomic writing, to make sure I don't write broken files. So okay, on init, if you give me a brain file, I'm going to first pass, because we don't care about this function. So def load file self path to file path pass, and we also want to give save file self. You know what? I shouldn't need to include this because I should just be able to reference self file once I have it. So if we say self file equals brain file, then I can just reference self file. I don't need to pass it as an argument. So on load or on creation instantiation, I need to load the file or create it if it doesn't exist. So we'll pull that part in. We'll close this for now. And we'll say, okay, this is our file location, but we need to load that file. So with open, we'll save this. Try file not found, who cares, we'll make it when it ends. I think we can still copy that flow without issue. So last tweet is actually self file, brain file path. I want to be explicit because we're not actually loading a file handle, we're just loading the file path. Maybe I should have been explicit here. Self file path, because file could be deceiving. So self brain JSON equals none, and we will JSON load this if we can. So try, what were our exceptions again here? Okay, so indent these. Okay, that's why I was wondering if it was going to make it hard to read or not. Is it impossible to read or just not great? I don't think I can change that on the fly. I guess I could load my stream up too and just see. Yeah, it does make it wonky. Depends. Okay, let me do... let's see if I can change it on the fly. Really don't think I can. need active zoom. That's gonna make me sick. All right, I'm gonna end the stream real quick and just restart it so I can upscale a little bit.